Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we'll get started. We'll jump into chair yoga here. And the riding pants on. It's beautiful. Like, gotta take advantage of
It is
these,
really nice.
Oh, it's nice out today. It's gonna even be nicer, I think, by the weekend.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to go to a dressage clinic and watch that, and it's like horseback horse stuff. And it was so nice this weekend. I was like, gosh, I really should be working. I really should be giving riding lessons instead of taking the weekend off. So I'm working.
You're working.
So it's good. It's good. I'm thankful to be working.
Oh, yeah,
There's
that's
lots
true.
of people that
Yeah.
can't really work as
True.
much.
Just
Yeah.
changed.
Everybody's like, is it COVID awful? I'm like, actually, it's been great for me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It's really
as long
bad.
as everybody's been really
Well, it's like
safe
you
around
watch,
this stuff.
I read the paper and like Plattsburgh had 34 new cases
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
Right.
Natalie got
I mean-
tested again at Plattsburgh State yesterday and again next week
Yeah.
because you can't go home. Everybody's gotta be tested before Thanksgiving.
Right.
And if
Oh,
anybody tests positive, they cannot go home for Thanksgiving.
I mean, personally, I would rather not have the mask on, but I don't mind wearing it inside if people are over it, just to be safe.
mhm.
You know, I don't mind it. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm running a race or anything,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yep. It's a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
Except when your nose runs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a little sauna in here.
Right.
And it, you know,
I said the only good thing about the mask is it's probably going to prevent everybody from getting the flu too,
Yeah,
maybe,
you know?
yeah, that'd be good.
because that's airborne, I think.
Yeah, yeah. You just think of how much money you're saving on lipstick.
Yeah.
I tell that to my daughter.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about flossing quite as meticulously. So, all right.
You know what I found last week, and just to say something, is
Yeah.
I think that my neck is sore, so I think I've just gotta kind of relax it more.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found my
a
neck
stiff
was
neck.
really stiff.
Yeah.
Was really what bothered me after
Okay.
the fact.
Yeah,
So
okay. We'll look at that too.
it's just my own self
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
just too tight.
It's a lot of times when we're doing something new, you know, or
Yes.
you ever catch yourself like you're really thinking about something, or you're like, for me, it's when I'm painting.
Mm-hmm.
My shoulders come up, so I'm concentrating, and my shoulders like tighten,
Yes.
like up through here.
Yes.
So I mean, we'll just keep an eye on that today. All right, we'll start in our mountain pose. So feet are flat on the floor, sitting up tall here. And you can walk your seat bones kind of forward and back and around here, just to make sure you can feel them pointing down. I won't fall out of the chair this morning because I have silicone grips on my
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm trying to walk my seat out, but I can't move. So, all right. So we're checking in and we're noticing what we're bringing to the chair. What are we offering this day, like this time of the day? What is present? You know, most people have been up for a couple hours maybe, and you can, you kind of have a tone already set for the day.
Right.
And, so you might feel a certain way, but just know that we can change a lot. And then some things we cannot change. So we accept the things we can change or we can't change, and we change the things that we can. So kind of sounds like an AA meeting, but I mean, that's
like the
just
election
true.
results, we can't change
Yeah.
those.
Right, we have to. I don't know how much what the pranayama process is for dealing with that kind of stuff, but coming inside and realizing, you're just going to make things as good as you possibly can for what you can control, what you can control. So what you can control is how you present yourself to the world, how you react to what's happening. So it could be, you get this news and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, and you can stomp around and be angry, or you can pick up and move on, right? So we try to do this also through our yoga practice. So, there's some things that we can't control, maybe it's the range of motion, but we take what we can and we work with what we have. All right, we're gonna start to add some movement here. So we'll, on the exhale, we're gonna tip the chin towards the chest and round the spine. And we're moving up, sit up tall, and bring the shoulder blades towards each other, opening up through the heart. And then exhaling and rounding. Do a few cat and cow seated positions here, like this. And, you know, I was even looking at Facebook this morning, and this thing popped up about how we can't change this storm around us, but we can change how we react to it. Sometimes it's hard. You know, I tend to be a pretty reactive person, so I like react and then think about it later. And so I try to process things before I get crazy. Thankfully, my husband is good for that. He's good at talking me down. All right, we'll come up nice and tall here. We're going to circle the right shoulder to begin with. So you can circle it. I'm circling it backwards here, so it's clockwise. We'll start to kind of open up the shoulder, start taking a twist here as we rock the shoulder back. Good, and then we'll hold. We'll just stay here in our mountain pose for a moment, and then we'll go to the other side. So we'll circle counterclockwise, the left shoulder. And you can even like squeeze as you come up, but then make sure you relax when you come down. Good, and start to open up a little bit more, so twisting a little bit to the left as you circle. Good, and then back to center. We'll shrug the shoulder.
Yeah, gotcha.
Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Like, I know you know what I'm saying, but it's like it's frustrating when it's not coming out right. And hug up and then relax. So part of I think tightening through the shoulders is sometimes we don't even notice because we're there so long. You know, we're constantly tight. So if you focus on contraction and then release, then maybe you can feel the differences between that. And like I said, there's some positions and some things that we do that just kind of lend itself to being tense. Like I said, when I'm like painting or something. And then we'll circle forward here, each one. All right, and we'll tip the head to the either side, you know, and then extend the opposite arm. So you should feel like a stretch down the length of your neck here. And then release. Try to notice a second, and then we'll switch to the other side. Good, and then we'll release. You can kind of turn, make any kind of movements you need to, shoulders, whatever. And then we're going to draw a circle in front of us with our nose. So we'll start with a small circle. So just kind of little, try not to make yourself dizzy. And then you can start to make the circle bigger. And then if you're going slow enough, you might notice parts where it's like a little catchy or like stiff or whatever. And then you can kind of be aware. Okay, and then we'll switch directions of our circle. So you can start with this small one. And then start to get bigger. My neck sounds like my wrists usually sound.
Yeah, my neck is.
Crack, 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 crack. Well, you think of how often do you do this?
That's true.
I can't say that I've done it yet today until just now. All right, and then we're going to sit up tall again, and we're gonna focus on being really long through the spine, like a long neck here, and then turn to the side, turn your head to look over one shoulder. And then bring the eyes back first, and then follow with the face. Okay, so then we'll bring our eyes to the side, turn the nose, and then hold. And then eyes to the center first, and then turn your head. Let's do it one more time on each side. So the eyes go first, and then the nose. So we're doing eye yoga too. And then the eyes go towards the center, turn, and then eyes to the left or opposite, whatever, which way you're going, and then turn the head. All right, and then back to center. So staying with the eyes, you can put your thumb out in front of you, doesn't matter what thumb, and we're going to watch our thumb as we bring the hand out to the side. Oh, and I'm doing it wrong. You're supposed to just move your eyeballs, not your head.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, can't even follow my own directions here. So move your thumb, follow with your eyes until you can see it in your peripheral, but not straining.
I think I'm at eye care.
Are you looking for a ride? Good. And then bring it back to the center. And then we're gonna bring it up. Try not to move your face because I just did. And then back to center. And down without moving your head. Good. And then release. Shake that arm out, give it a little break, and do the other side. So thumb in front, not moving the head or the body, just the arm and the eyeballs. So we're going to turn up the arm out to the side without causing strain. So if you're getting to a point where it hurts your eyes or it's uncomfortable, come in a little bit. And then back to center and up. And then back down. Oh, you get to the point where you can't see past your mask. I'm like, wait a second. All right, and then relax that, shake it out. All right, so focus on keeping the back relaxed in the upper neck area, or upper back and neck area. So we're gonna come over here, take some wrist rolls as we inhale. And then maybe you take a side bend, maybe it's too soon for that, and then you wrist roll right back down. Switching sides. The gravel road in my right wrist here. Ding. Sweep both arms wide and high. Exhale, hands to the heart. In Albert, when we'd have class, I would tell the ladies if their phone rang during class, they had to buy everybody cookies. Cookies for everybody. It'll be a little trickier now that we're in, Albert, Portugal, New Jersey, New York. And then we're gonna sweep both arms wide and high, push the ceiling away. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift or flat back. So you're showing off your collarbone. So the shoulder blades come towards each other. Yeah, like that. And then exhale again and fold, soften. Sweep the arms out, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. So breaking down that halfway lift again. So it's a fold and then lifting. So you're peeling your chest up off your lap and we're opening through the heart. So like imagine you have like a beautiful necklace on, like as you do, and you're showing it off. So we don't want to hide it. We want to show it off. So we're opening through the heart here as we do our halfway lift. And then we soften and fold. Okay? It'll just create some more engagement in your back and some space here in the neck. So go back to some wrist rolls here. Carol's leading. Carol has been with me, so, or I've been with Carol, one of the two. I don't know what came first, right? So I was teaching Zumba Gold in Alberg, and she let me in the building, and I remember, so this is Carol's words. She's like, don't you think it's a little hard or a little fast? And I'm like, no. And then she went from Zumba Gold to like my regular Zumba classes. Sweep the arms up. And like, she was like, oh, bigger, faster, harder. She just did whatever I threw at her. Inhale to a halfway lift. Good. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up, come all the way up. And we'll exhale and twist to the right. So we go to the right first. So kind of the way things work better in our body. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then she went with me through yoga, chair yoga, matted yoga, strong boot camp classes. And I still remember her saying, don't you think that Zumba Gold's a little hard, a little fast? And I'm like, thinking, what? Yeah. So it's probably been, oh God, 5 years anyway, probably. Sweep both arms up, push the ceiling away and fold. Inhale to halfway lift or flat back. Exhale again and fold. Sweep the arms out and up, come all the way up. We're going to twist to the left, to the right, sorry. Back to center and twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. And we're going to pulse it. So we're squeezing in and then releasing. Squeezing in and release. Do a couple more here. And then we'll hold it in and we'll do some ankle rolls. And then switch directions. Yeah, sometimes I forget to do both sides or to do both directions. So sweep the arms up again. Other knee comes up, give it a squeeze. So we're pulsing here. We squeeze it in and then release slightly. Squeeze it in and release. And then we'll squeeze it in and we will. And then Carol does, did do before the whole COVID fiasco here, a like strengthen and balance class at the senior center. Switch direction if you haven't already. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And we'll go back to our wrist roll last time through. I'm gonna scroll down. We gotta get more people to come in here.
I know. I know. I
Where's
gotta
Chris?
call Chris because I know she's not doing the Monday night.
Oh, yeah, she'd probably like it
Yeah.
today.
Sweep the arms up. And she did so good in Monday. I wish you would still.
I know, that's a gift.
Push and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift or flat back. Yeah, nice. Exhale again and fold. Sweep the arms up and out or out and up. Oh, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And then we're gonna exhale, bring one knee in, give it a squeeze. Inhale, extend. Half staff, nice. Exhale, lower it down. Place the hands on the opposite thigh, and you have the option to hinge forward. So the foot is flexed, and you're getting kind of probably a stretch here in the back of the leg. And the reason why we put our hands up here and not over here is we don't want to like overextend this knee joint or hyperextend. Good, we'll draw that right heel in, give the arms up, and then we'll give the other knee a squeeze. Inhale, extend, and lower it down, hands to the opposite thigh. See if you can relax the shoulders, there you go. Oh, Daryl's losing a layer, warm it up.
I wonder about Lisa, like Lisa Cardan and her sister Marcia, and even
Oh, I
Kathy
think
Gordon, because Kathy came like Albert a couple of
I
times.
can mention it to Marcia. She was at
Yeah.
my house the other night.
I'm just thinking of
Yeah.
different girls, you know.
And Lisa and Dale, I don't know when.
Oh,
going
the
to
Florida, yeah.
And then we'll inhale the arms up, really tall through the spine, and then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. So we're relaxing the shoulders down. There we go. All right, so let's bring our right knee out to the right, and the left leg can be here, or you can straighten it. So totally up to you, depending on if you feel balanced. You can also move so that your whole right thigh is resting on the chair. So you have to kind of scooch over and then you have to cheek off. So if that's not comfortable, I don't blame you. You don't have to. So we're going to turn to face our right thigh and we're pulling in the belly here a little bit. So we're not just pulling in the belly to make our belly look smaller. We're supporting our low back with the belly. We're engaging through the front here. It's really, really easy to kind of let the belly out. And this is how I operate on a daily basis, basically. But you end up like overarching in the low back, so we're kind of bringing it in. Helps with posture here. So we'll sweep the arms up overhead, and then we're going to inhale and open up sort of the front of our chair. So we're kind of like our upper body is almost between our legs. There we go. Nice. We're going to take our right palm and flip it up towards the ceiling. And we're going to bring the right palm up while the left hand can come to your hip, the chair, outer space. And we're lengthening up through this right side of the body. And if it's comfortable for your neck, you can look up, but if it's uncomfortable, then look wherever is comfortable. In yoga, they talk about drishtis and stuff like that, and that's your point of focus. But your point of focus doesn't actually have to be visual. It doesn't have to be with your eyeballs. You can feel like where your focus is in your body. So maybe your focus is in keeping your neck relaxed. Could be your focus could be how your stomach feels. And then we're going to bring the right forearm to the right knee. The left arm can come up or overhead. And we're focusing on here, kind of still being upright. So we're not collapsing. We're not a, 5-year-old boy here, like, I don't want to be here. We are No offense to the 5-year-old boys, but you know, we all have seen that kid, right? So we're still like putting some effort in. Good. And come back up. And we'll lower the arms. We'll bring that left heel in. We'll bring our seat over to the right hand side so that our left thigh is supported and the right leg can be straight or can be bent. Whatever makes you feel supported in the chair. So if you extend your leg and you feel like you're gonna fall out of the chair, then I would bend the knee. So we're gonna turn and we're gonna face the left now. We're gonna hold here for a couple breaths. Again, we're engaging the core to keep our low back from overarching. So we don't want this, we want this. And then we can float the arms. So anytime we raise our arms, we're kind of raising our blood pressure. We're having to work harder. So even if you maybe can't go out and go for a walk, maybe you can lift your arms for a little bit. Make some bicep curls and pick the arms up. You know, one of the things that yoga is actually lacking is this pull sensation that we have, or we're trying for right now. Good. We'll bring the arms up, and then we're going to open up towards the front of the chair again. Yeah, perfect. Take the left palm, flip it up, yeah, and then bring it up towards the ceiling. Well, the right hand can come to your hip or wherever. And our drishti, our point of focus is this lengthening through the left-hand side of the body. So it's like a slight balance challenge because, you know, we have to stay in the chair. It's this lengthening, so there's effort. Good, and then we'll come back to our warrior 2 position. The left forearm now comes to the left thigh. The right arm can come up and over, creating a lengthening here on the right-hand side. And then we'll come up. And this right leg, we're going to bring it up to the left and then bring it back. So we're still facing the left. Yeah. So find a comfortable position here.
You can feel that pull.
Yep, yep. Now, do it so you can feel it, but not so you're like, oh my God, am I feeling it? So Goldilocks, you want it just right. You don't want it to really pull because you can overstretch and that's not fun. I've done it myself and it's very uncomfortable. Takes a long time to feel better, if at all. So you want to feel maybe a stretch here on the front of the quad, maybe a little bit in the hip flexors. But if we're sitting a lot, you might feel it here. Like I personally feel it here more than I feel it here. So everybody's different.
Am I doing it right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll bring that right knee forward. We'll turn around to the right now and bring the left leg back. Ooh. Something popped. In a good way, like
Yeah.
not in a painful way, but yeah, this side here for me, I
So I'm feeling it right here,
See,
yeah.
I feel it, this one I
That-
feel more.
Yeah,
More in
me
the
too,
quad.
yeah.
Mhm. I felt it much more in my right quad than my left quad. Here I feel it more in my hip flexor, but I'm right-handed, so I'm thinking
Right.
my right side, my right quad is probably tighter,
Mhm.
just from, you know, pushing off with my right, and whatever. So it's interesting to notice those kinds of things too, like
Mhm.
the differences. So I was probably 39 years old before I realized that my feet weren't the same size. Yoga will bring out these things where you're like, oh my God, I didn't know. And then come back to the center here. So I wish you guys could see Carol right now. She looks like a movie star. Okay, so her hair is it's this beautiful gray, and it's got these waves, and she was sitting to the side here like this. And then she kind of just casually looks over her shoulder, and I'm like, and just very like, yes. Yeah. Anyway, she's beautiful. All right, coming back to our mountain pose. So our feet are flat on the floor, our seat bones are pointed down, our pelvis is neutral. So think of it as a big bowl here, or small bowl, or however you think about it. And but anyway, so we don't want to spill anything out of our bowl. We don't want to spill it out the front or out the back. So our pelvis is neutral. We're holding everything in. And then we're going to press our hands down into our thighs. So we want to have this core engagement, but not necessarily tight shoulders. So the shoulders rest down, the shoulder blades come together, gently squeeze in towards the midline, but we're still being very upright, pressing down with our thighs. And then we'll release. All right, we're going to reach out in front. We'll come to stand. We'll do it a couple times here. And then we'll come all the way up. Good, and march it out. Yep, you gotta hike up pants, you gotta do it now.
The wedges.
Well, no wedges, they just slide down. So, all right, we're gonna step forward and back. So, step forward, you can lift the back foot. Could you come up onto the toe, because that's equally hard. Step back. So, priority number one is safety. So, do what you can, but not put yourself in danger. All right, and now we'll go to the side. So you step out, kind of rock over, maybe lift. So this also works your abductors. So step out and then lift. Kick that chair. Poor chair, what did you do? And lift and come back. If you lift high enough, you can feel it down the side of your hips here. That's fine. No, totally fine. You want to be safe. If you fall down and hurt yourself, these exercises just went out the window.
Right.
And then we'll do one more. Good. And then shimmy, dance it out.
Oh, the old knees are cracking.
All right, we'll step back now. So yeah, just give yourself a little space. You can use your chair if you need to. You're gonna step back, and then maybe you point your toes on the front foot, and then step. Step back, point your toes, and then step forward. Okay, make sense? Yeah. You can also have the option to lift and step forward. You can lift the knee, you can kick. My brain was like, could you lift that? Good, and last one. Good, all right, and then shimmy it out. There. Because I know for lifting a leg, it gets a little tight. So, all right, we're going to do some flow behind the chair. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me probably better. Totally up to you. Good. All right, behind the chair. We're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet. Nice. And then lower the heels. So let's lift up again. And imagine we're like a marionette, and we're lifting up from the chest. So the shoulders stay relaxed, and we're lifting the chest up. Yeah, nice. Okay. So we'll sweep the arms up, get them nice and tall here. And then we're going to put the hands on the back of the chair. We'll step back into our downward facing dog. So take as many steps as you need to get there. You can bend your knees. Now, if your shoulders are really tight, you can bend your elbows a little bit more, but you want to have a straight line from your hips to your head. Okay, so we're going to inhale and look at the chair, and then we're going to exhale and step the right foot forward. Okay, you have the option to raise one or both hands. Good. And we'll place our hands on the back of the chair and step back into our downward facing dog. On our next inhale, we look at the back of the chair. So I look down at like the feet of the chair. I don't try to look at the seat because that puts too much strain on the back of my neck. And on the exhale, you're going to step the left foot as far forward as you can. Inhale, one or both arms up, taking a couple breaths here. Nice. And so drishti in this kind of sense might actually be a visual spot that you're looking at to help with balance. So you would not look at Pam.
Right.
I'm not going to look at Jen. I'm going to look at like maybe the 10 on the wall.
Right.
You know, you pick a spot that's going to be your focus point. And then we'll step our left foot back to meet the right, come back into our down dog. We're going to inhale, lift the back of the chair, and then we'll step both feet forward. Inhale up, our chest lifted, or lifting on the heels here, or lifting the heels, and then we'll exhale, lower the heels down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice, really pretty. We'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, place the hands on the back of the chair, step back into your down dog. And then, so say if you were doing this practice at home or you're doing it like on your own, you can do this a bunch of times and you might eventually feel that your legs can be a little straighter. So don't be discouraged if they're not straight right now. Depends on your flexibility. So we're gonna inhale, look at the back of the chair. Exhale, step the right foot as far forward as you can again. This time we're going to open the right arm to the side. So we're taking a twist. Yep. Yep, really good. We'll untwist. Step that right foot back to meet the left. We're back in our down dog. I'll inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the left foot as far forward as you can. And inhale, open to a twist. Opening to the left. Yeah, super. Good. Untwist. Place your hands on the back of the chair. Step back into your down dog. Good. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step both feet forward. Rise up on the balls of the feet on the inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Nice. Super. So we'll do a standing hamstring stretch, and then we'll do a balance posture, and then we'll get back in the chair. So hamstring stretch. We're going to take a step back with the right foot and put the heel down. So if you're not feeling anything in the right hamstrings, you might be either really mobile. Some people are really flexible and won't feel anything. Or maybe you haven't moved your heel back far enough. So get it till you can maybe feel something. But again, we're not doing anything sensational. We're not like, oh my God, I feel that. It doesn't have to be like that. So you feel a little bit of some stretch maybe, a little tension.
In the lower leg, I am feeling a little bit of tension.
Yep, in the
Yeah.
calf.
Oh, in the calf. Yeah.
Yep, that's good. But yeah, it doesn't have to be, I feel like it's better to feel it in a bigger muscle than in like,
In the calf. Yeah.
yeah.
More. Okay. Maybe I'm not back enough.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, so you want to feel the stretch kind of in the belly of the muscles,
Okay.
like the bigger parts of the muscles, and
Yeah.
not like on the attachments.
Okay.
So to feel it there, like say if I felt it really a lot at the Achilles, that might be like an attachment site, it might
Right.
be too much. So to
Okay,
feel it in the middle of your calf, that's great.
okay.
Okay, we'll do the other sides. Take a step back to the left this time and the heel down. Now, if you're really tight, you might not be able to get your heel down.
Mhm.
I know like in a standard, matted down dog, I can't get my heels down. I'm very tight, so this one makes me feel more successful.
Yeah, I'm feeling this one more up here.
In your
Yeah.
hip?
No, right in the thigh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Yep.
don't know
And
why.
this is the left one. Your left one, if you're right-handed, your left tends to be a little bit more flexible, I think.
Okay.
So you
I don't feel anything here. I feel more,
Down below?
In the
Yeah,
calf.
yeah,
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
in that leg.
Yep, as long as it's not burning, shooting, like electrical pain.
Right, yeah.
You're good. And then we'll step back up and march it out. We'll do our balance here. So our tree pose. So we're grounding down. And you might want to start on the side that has the chair next to it. So I can't think of left and right now. So grounding down this way, then the other leg will go out to the side. So no matter what you do, and whether it's being squats or this position, the knee and toe are pointing in the same direction. And then you could bring it in, you can bring it up. We're just not pressing on the knee joint itself. So you can be below the knee joint or above the knee joint, but just not in the knee joint. You can hold here. So again, our pelvis, we're coming back to that neutral pelvis. And you can release the chair, you cannot release the chair. Again, drishti is important. And it's your point of focus. So for me, it's like the bottom of the stool here that the iPad is on. And then with control, if possible, you're gonna lower that foot down. Watch it out. You can move your chair to the other side if you want. Grounding down through that foot. So imagine literally you're grounding, you're growing roots right into the ground, and they can make them really big to keep your balance. Bring it out, bring it in, bring it up, wherever. And then you would take your arm variation of your choice. So the mudra I'm doing right now, pretty sure it's Vayu mudra, and it's the thumb and the forefinger touching with the other fingers extended. It's supposed to improve concentration and balance. Woo! Maybe not. I was celebrating a little prematurely here. And then with control, lower down, shake it out, march it out. We'll bring our chair back to our starting point, and we will do our squat variation into the chair. So you can sit, squeeze your glutes. You can have the legs together and sit like chair pose. You can take the knees a little bit farther apart. You can take the knees and toes wide. But again, like I said, while we were doing tree pose, we want to have knees and toes pointing in the same direction. Take whatever variation you want. You're going to sit the hips back. Now you want to be able to look down and see your feet. If you can't see your feet, your knees are probably too far forward and your butt is not far enough back. So you should be able to see them. And then you can bring your drishti, your gaze back forward a little bit. So it can be kind of forward and down. inhale here. Exhale, make sure your chair is behind you and come all the way down into it. Good. Yep. We'll work on our hands now. So again, focus on the shoulders first. Massage them. Take some shoulder rolls. And then another place where I find that I create some tension is during the tapping, my shoulders creep up. I start wearing them as earrings. So you want to keep them down. You can keep your hands right like close to your lap. And we're going to tap the outside edge of the hand. Yep. And keeping the shoulders relaxed. And now the heels of the hands. A place where you can keep your shoulders relaxed. And the bottoms of the thumbs. Open one palm and make a fist with the other hand. Into your palm. Now, there is a yoga teacher, famous guy, Bernie Clark. He does a lot with like yin yoga. And he refers to like tension anywhere in the body is tension everywhere in the body. So it might be, you know, it might feel like it's your shoulders and your neck, but you might be doing something else somewhere else. So when we scan our body at the end of practice, maybe look for places that you might be tense. Like sometimes it can be your jaw. Like if you ever clench your jaw and then realize that, oh, my head hurts or my neck hurts or whatever, and you're like, well.
You're not gonna believe it, but when I went to my dentist,
Switch.
people are getting, like, from the pandemic, people were gritting their teeth at night,
Yeah.
grinding their teeth.
Yeah.
You don't realize it, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. I definitely believe it.
yeah.
And the backs of the hands. It's gotta come out somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's true. You know, people didn't realize they were doing it.
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah.
and-
I know they wanted to order Heidi a piece,
Yeah, mouth guard.
a mouth guard.
Yeah, she suggested I get one too, so
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, because they said
I
she's
have
trying
one.
to.
Yeah, you don't even realize you're doing it.
Well, now my husband sleeps on the couch mostly. He got into the habit of sleeping on the couch this summer or spring when it was like too hot in our bedroom. Switch if you didn't already. So anyway, but he would tell me when he was sleeping in there, like, oh, you grind your teeth a little bit last night or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But now that he's not in there, I have no idea. Dogs haven't told me. Interlace. I used to do it a lot. And then when I had a different job, I did it
Yes,
a lot more than I do
yeah,
now.
stress can do it, I guess.
I had no idea I was even that, like I just become so used to that stress that when I left the job, my husband was like, I'm so glad you left there because you were so stressed out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I wasn't that bad.
Right.
Hold and switch. And like I couldn't believe
Right.
that I was that stressed out.
Oh, yeah.
And it took a couple weeks to really kind of fully come down from that stress. You know, like I was still holding on to it so much.
When I retired, I went to get a physical about 2 months later. She goes, I don't know what you're doing different, but your blood pressure is like way, way down.
Oh, wow.
And my
Yeah.
cholesterol, not my blood pressure, but my cholesterol, excuse me.
Oh,
She had
yeah.
blood work done. And I said, cholesterol. She goes,
The
yeah,
thumb and forefinger.
it can increase your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Stress.
Well,
all
thanks.
stress.
We kind of, I feel like even, you know, me and stuff, you kind of,
Internalize things, I guess, you
well,
know.
there's that, but I mean, you just don't really fully appreciate what's going on
Right,
with yourself. You know,
Right.
you would think you would, because it's you, but you're like, you know, you just get so used to being,
right.
you know, feeling like crap or
Yeah.
being stressed or whatever. And then switch. It's not until something goes away
Yeah.
that you're like, oh,
She said, I said, I never heard of the cholesterol. I've heard of blood pressure,
Yeah,
but
but
not
not
cholesterol.
cholesterol.
Yeah.
okay. And then we'll take our hands. And so they filled with prana or chi or whatever. You're gonna take them and put them on a body part or body parts that is challenging to you today, wherever that may be. So yeah, maybe it's your neck or, feeling pretty good. Not bragging.
Just saying.
Just saying. It's like, it's funny, if we did this part of the practice at the very beginning, I would have more spots to complain about than I do,
Yeah.
you know, an
Yeah.
hour in. You know, usually it's like my low back and kind of my stomach, like I don't know.
And,
then,
and what I find too is like when I notice it is if I haven't, like I'm doing like house cleaning, I'm doing my windows or something, the next day I'll notice like stress, you know, in a certain area because I haven't used those muscles.
yeah, like, well, I'm not gonna do that again. No more windows for me. So we're sending love and appreciation to those spots or energy. You know, sometimes the bratty kid just needs to be seen, you know. So think of your knees or those body parts as a bratty kid that just needs attention.
It's true.
Here I am talking about bratty 5-year-old boys and bratty kids, so I really don't have any kids that are that bratty. I don't know, it's just. And then we'll sit back in our chair and we'll probably close a little bit differently than we have been. You can close your eyes and I want you to be as comfortable as possible. And I'm gonna sit however, but you know, because I tend to sit differently. But so I want you to, I'm gonna name off a body part, you know, and I want you to bring your awareness to that body part. Now, I don't want you to do anything. Like you don't have to contract and release or anything. I just want you to bring your awareness to those body parts. Okay? And then as I move on to another body part, you just move along to the next body part. All right. So we're gonna start on our right hand. Your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, the palm of your right hand, the back of your right hand, your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, your whole right arm. Come over to the left hand, the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, the palm of your left hand, the back of your left hand, your left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, your whole left arm. Moving over to the right foot, your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The bottom of your right foot, the top of your right foot, your right heel and ankle, your right lower leg, knee, upper leg, hip. Your whole right leg. Moving over to the left side, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The bottom of your left foot, the top of your left foot, your left heel and ankle, left lower leg, knee, upper leg, left hip, your whole left leg, both legs together, both arms together, your belly, your chest, your low back, mid back, upper back, both shoulders together, both collarbones, the front of your neck, the back of your neck, your jaw, your lips, your nose, both eyes, both ears, your whole head, your whole front of your body, the entire back of your body, your whole body, your whole body, your whole body. Now we'll bring our hands to our hearts to close class. We'll thank ourselves for being here and practicing together this morning. May we all feel loved, grateful, and connected. And may we have the strength and courage to overcome any obstacles before us. From my heart to your heart, peace and namaste.
I felt
Thank
like
you
I
very
was
much.
hypnotized.
I know,
I
it's so
could feel
relaxing.
my toe,
Yeah,
big toe